What is going on, everybody? It is Edison T beefsteak thing here. Edison T steak, and I'm juggling the steaks. Because, guys, the steaks are real today. They're so real. Actually, they're really not. We are back working on this little start of a structure here. The Seaside Library, and getting down to it. Excited to be working on it. So this is actually my second stream of the day. We were on just a little bit ago doing a few things, getting caught up on a few things. I already see the some of the gangs starting to be here. Got Syndream Knight and Josh Bailey already derping around over there, which is always fun, And let's get right down to business, guys. Let's not waste any time. I gathered a few more vines from over there. And we're going to need to get down to business here. We're going to need lots of wood. And going to need to get down to it. So I'm thinking what I want to do is grab some oak wood. I don't know why I'm talking like that. Probably not fun. Just going to go ahead and plant it. I got plenty enough saplings. Grab some oak wood, because this design is going to use quite a lofty amount of it. And it's going to be using the actual logs, which is not quite as easy to come by as much of them, particularly when you get these little dinky trees here. Not exactly, it's like 4 logs right there. Not exactly all that much here. Let's see, Yuki Tiro Almond says, I'm back, Edison. Hey, and how do I pronounce your name? Would you mind phonetically writing that out for me so I can... If you're going to be showing up, I want to say your name right. So just let me know how I'm supposed to say that, and I would love to. Glad to see you back. And Panda Man says, hey, everyone. How's it going, Panda Man? We are getting geared up to work on the library. Library. And I just realized earlier today, oh my gosh, today is supposed to be when the new Pokemon episode comes out. It's supposed to happen on, that's supposed to be a thing that happens on Friday and Saturday. And I totally spaced and didn't get it ready. I had all my stuff, you know, prepped up and ready for when I was out of the office, but did not have anything planned after that. And I just I'm still kind of out of balance, a little out of whack from this trip. You guys ever get that way? Out on a trip, doing your thing, and you're just out of the whack. All out of the whack. All right, let's grab all that. This stuff. Planks. Got some acacia. Am I using dark oak? I am using dark oak, so let's grab a bunch of dark oak. That's spruce. It's imposter dark oak. Oak leaves. We'll definitely want some oak leaves. I might even want to grab some more, because that can really look nice. And we're going to need the cobble. Cobble. Not going to need that, so I can probably move that out of my hotbar. Let's get down to business here, guys. Let's get down to it. So we're going to want to figure out the shape of this thing. Another thing I'm going to probably want to have on me, because there'll probably be some terraforming involved here. Let's see. It says Yukitiro. Awesome! Yukitiru. Cool! Thank you. I will make an effort to say that correctly from here on out. Or at least mostly correctly. Or at least correctly more often than I have been. Alright, let's get Mumbo, my spoon. I'm not likely to use my pickaxe much, so I can probably put that over there. Of course, I need it now to pick this up, because of course, the moment I say I won't need something is, of course, the moment that then I do need it. Simjin says, Edison screwed up on his schedule. Hashtag blame Josh. I'm blaming Josh now, huh? Oh, shots fired. That's awesome. All right, so I got my spoon. Yeah, so, okay, I want to figure out here what shape this is going to be. I kind of think the way to start this is to start with the rough shape that this is going to be. It's kind of at an angle right now, but I don't feel like the whole thing has to be. I feel like the rest of it, we can have kind of straight lines. Kind of straight lines on the rest of it. But have it, the entranceway be kind of angled. So this is too close. I do want it to slope upwards. But not quite that immediately. So let's just reduce this a little bit. Take some of this out. just kind of push this whole area back just a little. Get rid of that. Give us just a little bit more room to work over here. And more sand, obviously, which is good to have, good to have. It's fun build. Sandstone is a nice block to build with, so I like building with that. So I don't mind getting extra sand. Not at all. I just awesome. Let's see. Yukatoro says I made a mistake in pronunciations. That's fine. That's fine. I do it all the time. Trust me. There's one thing I'm good at. It's mistaking pronunciations. Not even a problem. All right. So yeah, that's a little. Because okay, we're gonna want to figure out the shape of this thing. I think that's gonna be our goal today. Is lay out the shape. And I feel like this just needs to go a little more here. Not a lot further, I guess, but a little. I do like the idea of it sloping. Sloping to match kind of the angle here. And this library is going to be fairly large. That's actually why I'm building it on the land as opposed to... I'm getting all the sand. As opposed to out in the ocean, because I feel like it's a building that would have been so heavy that it would have been difficult for the villagers to build it on out in the ocean. I can call you Yuki. Awesome. That sounds good to me. All right. So yeah, that's what we're going to go with. Is it's kind of too big and heavy of a structure to as easily build out in the ocean. That's at least my rationale, my thinking. Okay, I think this is fine as far as distance goes. So now it's just a matter of cleaning this up, making this actually look more natural, which it right now does not look at all natural. Again, this is mostly going to be underneath the building, so someone shooting at me? No, but I am full of my inventory, so I should go plop this stuff down somewhere, actually. I'm actually going to get a chest. I'm going to get one of these. That's my beacon block, or my beacon box. That's just going to be a sand shulker box. Because I'd like to keep this sand, because it's good to have, but I don't really need it for this build, so it's just got to go somewhere else for now. Just got to go somewhere. Anywhere. Don't care where. Josh says, hashtag Edison bravely mispronounced his own child's name. When did I do that? I mean, I'm sure I have. I don't doubt it for a minute. I just don't recall when I did that. Do not doubt it for a minute. Did I say donuts? I like donuts. Alright, so yeah, while I'm doing some just landscaping here, how's everyone doing? What's everyone up to today, huh? What is the day looking like for all of you folks? Now, for me, it's been a good day. The kids' grandparents showed up for a while. Wife's grandparents, too. I guess the kids that makes them their great-grandparents came over for a nice visit, all congratulating my wife, who, if you haven't heard, is now officially a nurse. She just passed her big test. That's why I was out of the office for a while, and she did a fantastic job. She did a fantastic job, and I'm super proud of her. Let's pop that there. So that was nice. Just kind of a nice chill morning of visiting and such, which is enjoyable. I'm looking quite forward to tomorrow. Is my streaming day, my Skyrim day. So I'm really looking forward to that. Always looking forward to Skyrim. Typically every Saturday morning lately. I've been streaming Skyrim, and it's always fun. Let's see. Yuki says, Edison, what time zone are you in? I am in U.S. Central Standard Time Zone. So for me right now, it is just after 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock. See, it's Dejorg. Dejorg says, hey, remember me from your Skyrim live streams? I sure do. How's it going, man? Or possibly, I'm not really sure. How you doing? Glad to see you joining in for one of my other streams. That's always cool. Wait, does that mean you're crossing the streams now? Oh, man. Fantastic. I was actually just talking about Skyrim. So that's kind of cool. Let's see. Josh says this chat just became PG-13. You know, honestly, my Skyrim chats get that way too. Well, the Skyrim game gets that way, so not entirely surprising what happened. All right, this is looking actually pretty decent. Pretty decent. Needs a few things. Oh, needs a little less lag. Less lag, more cowbell. And how does that look? Yeah, looks about right. Nice little bit of mostly natural, good sloping. A little bit of variance here, not exact anywhere. Not too random and not too ordered, which is exactly what you're aiming for. This is a little steep here. Exactly what you're aiming for with more natural and organic builds. You want it to look like controlled chaos, orderly chaos, if that makes any sense at all. How does this look? Not bad. I feel like this is the weak point. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Maybe not the perfectest thing in the world. Perfectest? Is that a word? Let's see. Yuki says, Edison, can you try to rename the shulker box to sandbox with name tag? I could. I've done that with some. Like I've got a adventure gear here. For the most part, I really haven't done too much in the way of actually organizing my shulker boxes, though. I really do need to get on that, though, because that really is handy, you know. And I really want to do is hit Morgan up, because he's got a ton of shulker shells. He's got like 2 or 3 stacks of shulker shells, which is kind of mind-blowing when you think too much about it. He just spends all of his time in the end. I probably should put this cactus in there, too. See, Josh says, Edison, were you the trouble child? Or was Devin? It was me. Just hands down, simply put, it was me. I was definitely the trouble child. There's no denying that. For sure. That was all me. See, oh, and he says, my name is George, by the way, for that. Okay, cool. That's a lot easier. A lot easier to pronounce, George. Fantastic. Fantastic. All right. And Yuki's also in U.S. Central Standard Time. Fantastic. Well, cool stuff. Okay, so time to get down to some building. Now, one thing we're going to need, and I'm going to probably just move this stuff. I should really just move this whole lot a little closer, because this is now kind of far for for this project. Like, walking all the way over here to walk all the way back here is kind of, not that it's that far, but I've got space like here that I can put these things, so I may as well. I'm not going to be working on this. There's going to be a full, nice little patio area here, but I'm not going to be working on that quite yet. So I may as well. Which one are you? You're the sand, so I don't really need you much. You are books and paper. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter too much. Oh, Matthew's here. What's up? George says, in which time will you play Skyrim tomorrow? Tomorrow it will be at 10 o'clock a.m. In Central Standard Time. So if you're in Eastern, that'd be 11. If you're in Pacific, that would be 8 in the morning tomorrow. So kind of early, but I usually stream for a while. Quillman says, literally no one is in the courses. Davey is dead. Whoa, man. Awesome. Well, glad you're able to sneak on in here, Quill. Always fun to have you. Okay. But I'm going to need lots of these slabs, I think. So, okay, no, I don't really need slabs yet, because what I'm doing right now is going to be laying out the shape of this building. And for that, actually, now that I see it, I'm going to need some more dark oak. That means I've got to go all the way over here. Got to go all the way over here. Do I even have any dark? No, I don't even have any over here. What am I doing with my life? What am I doing with my life, man? All right. All right, here's what we're going to do. Okay? Josh is Quill. They have been waiting for you, Quill. Do I have any more dirt? I don't have dirt. So I do have some dark oak saplings, though. So let's... Where's all my dirt? Because I'm trying to just kind of grow things as I need them. I thought, oh yeah, I've probably got enough dark oak, but I probably don't, actually. So I should really go grab more dirt. Stream froze for me earlier, Yuki said. Oh no, that's never fun. It's never fun when the stream freezes. Let's see. Quill says, also, Ollie should still be trying out her potential working conditions. Super excited for the girlfriend. That is so exciting. Oh, man, I am really crossing my fingers for Ollie. Hopefully that goes well. Ollie's so cool. I really hope things work out for her. She definitely deserves it, you know? I don't have a lot of dirt in here either. I'll leave just one. Just the one rogue dirt. Just refresh, says Yuki. Yeah, that usually does the job. For a moment, I thought it looked like red, like a blood red in that cake. I'm like, wow, that sounds like a pretty morbid cake if it's red, like blood red inside. Hey. All right. It's foundation laying time, guys. Croman says, quote me, what am I doing in my life? And he says, you waste about 50 minutes, 50 on my ROM hacks first level. Yep. That's you're not even wrong. You're not even exaggerating. Okay. Let's put down right around here. So we can get some dark oak growing, just so that way while I'm building we can be growing more of the supplies. That's the thing I like about building with wood, is you can kind of just keep growing more of the supplies as you need it. Yuki says, probably because the Wi-Fi button on the phone was off. Yeah, that'll do it. That pretty consistently will do it, for sure. Okie dokie. So we need dark oak and cobble. And that's probably what we need, because we're going to be using this kind of pattern. Right? I'm going to be fancying it up a little bit. But on the whole, that's what we'll be doing. So I'm thinking something like that. And then, yeah, like this. And let's just kind of get the general shape that we're going to go with going here. Doesn't have to be fancy yet. It's not going to be all the height. I just want to get the shape of the building so I can continue planning out the rest. So this is kind of what I'm thinking about doing for the time being. Get this all figured out and good. Yeah, I'll get that prettied up a little bit later. Make it maybe go down a little further. Right now I just want an idea of what shape I'm dealing with here. So, is that big enough? And it is going to slope. George says, you will play Dark Brotherhood again. I remember you are a bad assassin. Maybe you get better if you actually train. Maybe, no, it's a train. Yep, that spelled that way. Says Josh, you got it. You got it. All right. Think a little bit further. This is what, ow, cactus. This is kind of what I want to see, though. Yeah, this is exactly what I'm hoping to see. I want this to be a fairly big building. Now, this is going to be another issue there. I'm probably going to have to move that. I'll keep it functional, even though I don't think people use it too often anymore, since we've got the nether, and we've got the nether, and a lot of us have elytra now. Most of us have elytra at this point. All right, is that going to be enough? Let's just... take a look from up here. That's probably big enough. No, maybe a little bit more, but pretty close to that. Cool says, if you come bother me, I'll make you pay double the price. Oh no! Yeah, is Josh gonna come and bother Quill IRL? Oh man. Okay, yeah, just a little bit further, I think. I might even, you know what, this only goes out to here, so it's not even like there's that much more to it. I could just take that out, and it wouldn't even be a problem. Wouldn't make a bit of difference, guys. Okay. This is going to be huge. Wow, this is going to be huge now that I'm really seeing this. Let's, like, elevate this up a little bit higher, just to get a slightly better idea of what we're looking at. But this is going to be kind of gigantic. Like, but that's what I want. I mean, if you guys know me, you know I like books. And I think libraries are a great thing. So I guess it makes sense that one of the key features... Oh, I should go sleep. One of the key features would be... No! There's not an easy way back up here from here. Would be a library. That makes sense to me. That would be awesome. Let's see. George says, I recommend you do the guild storyline. I be watching you. Believe that. Cool. Yeah, which guild are you talking about, George? The because I did the Dark Brotherhood. I think I'm doing Thieves. Was my plan for tomorrow. I'm pretty sure is Thieves Guild, baby. I think that was my plan. I like did a little bit more of the main quest, and I'm like, hey, let's deviate now. Let's go back to Thieves Guild. I can't be distracted with all this saving the world stuff for too long. Josh says, well, which one are you at? I will not come and terrorize you. Sure you won't, Josh. Quill, don't tell him. Don't tell him, Quill. You'll regret it. No, I'm just kidding. You probably won't. Okay, so let's now elevate everything up one more. Ow, fell. Didn't actually hurt, but it felt like it should hurt. Yeah, this is going to be massive. What am I getting myself in for? You know what, though? I kind of feel like I'm at the stage in my Minecraft career that you kind of got to either go big or go home, you know? Like, build big or just stop building, you know? Do it all the way or don't do it at all. Let's see. George says, that's what I'm talking about, man. I'm out. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, Thieves Guild should be fun. Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be good stuff. And let's lift that up. All right, cool. So this will give us a little bit more of an idea of what we're looking at. Yeah. This is going to be massive. This is going to be massive. Because there's going to be all this more height up here. Wow, this is going to be absolutely gargantuan. I love it. I love it. Let's see. Yuki says, Edison, I'm thinking of becoming an author of young adult books. Oh, that's cool. That is fantastic to hear. That'd be very cool to do. It is a lot of fun. If you like writing, then, you know, try it, you know? I'm obviously a big fan because, well, you know, that's always kind of been my passion. So if it sounds like something you should do, go for it. It's never been easier to make that happen. You know, if it's something you want to do, it's never been easier to follow the dream of being an author. It's due to like self-publishing kind of stuff and availability of that. It's never been easier. So if it's something you want to do, absolutely dive in, give it a shot. Okie dokie, got this. I think this is actually a little too close to that. It might even be making it, it might even make the leaves stay over there because of that. So I'm just going to move this, move the dirt. Move the dirt a little bit over here. That way it won't interfere quite as much. Assuming I get some more saplings. Okay, so let's start this again. I think that's how I did it over there. Benedict is here. Says hello. Long time since I attended a live stream of yours. Yeah, how you been, Benedict? How are you doing? We are doing pretty good over here. See, Yuki says I don't like writing when it's boring like schoolwork. Yeah, that's true. But writing something that's fun is a whole different experience. Whole different experience. How big do I want this thing to be? I mean, obviously, you know, big. But do I want to keep it the same length this way as that way? Because that'd be pretty massive. I don't know if it quite needs to be quite that big. Come on. I don't think these leaves are gonna break since there are logs there. I hear Alex thumping around. Can you guys hear him? I'm sure you can. Oh, Fairy Slash is here. I didn't even catch that. It says, what you doing this time? Yes, I'm building a library. Take a look. This is the start of what is going to be the Seaside Grand Library. Look at this beautiful arch we got over here. We're building the basic shape of it now, and it's going to be kind of gargantuan. Let's see. Yes. Man, I'm having trouble keeping track of all the comments today, man. You guys are commenting up a storm. That's awesome. It's good to hear. It's always a good feeling when you're doing a stream and there's so many comments going on that like it's hard to even keep track of everything. All right, I think, honestly, this is probably big enough. Like, don't really think we need to keep going too much further. I think this is going to be more than enough room for a ridiculously big library. That's kind of what I'm going for. So let's go ahead and put these saplings over here. We'll need lots of dark oak. Cut down this tree. And then raise the elevation a little bit. And just keep on going. That's a big project. Really big project. But it's going to be really cool when it's done. I think it's going to be really cool. I'm excited about this. Let's see. Fairy Slash says, you finished the monster grinder already then. I mean, it depends on how you define finished. In classic Edison style, I got it mostly finished, but I needed a break from that thing. I've been working on that so much that I needed a break. It's functional. It doesn't have a proper catch zone entirely. Like, it has a little bit of a catch zone, but not quite enough of one to do it perfectly. I'll swing by and show it off in a second here, because it is actually pretty cool. Put these over there. Because sometimes if I work on one project too long, I get really burnt out on it, and like the creativity of it just kind of. So I need a chance to do something else, mix it up a little bit. Yeah, that's the thing. And it does spawn mobs, and they do drop and die. Quill says it's a big honking project. It is a big honking project. It's honking like a car. See, Josh says, have you ever been to Irwin? It's terrible. I wish we would move. I have not been to Irwin. I do need to eat a steak, though. All right. So, yeah, all the way up here, I have a little collection area. I don't have all the hoppers in place that I'm going to ultimately need. But I got a little bit of a collection area, starting to get it going. And it does pour mobs out. Now that I was down there for a while, so there's probably some. You might not get to see any. It'd be great if I could catch one of the mobs falling, because that would be awesome. Because it's just a beautiful sight. A floor space opens up, and they just. You might not be so lucky though. No one else is on the server though, so that's an advantage because it will affect the drop rates here. Let's see here. Yuki says, so I had a rough life dealing maybe being borderline autistic and have an 18-year-old brother who is autistic, beat you up almost every day. Ooh, that is rough. That is rough, man. Sorry you've had that to deal with. I can feel you. Both of my kids have had, to one degree or another, some kind of either autism or special needs to some degree or another. So I feel you. I know that can be a lot rougher. I'm sure it's rough on you. I know it can be rough on them. But you know, you can get through and you can do really good. You know, doesn't have to stop you. Let's see. Shock and Awe is finally back. What's going on, Shock and Awe? Glad to see you here. Fairy Slashes, I got burned out doing documented Nuzlocke last year. Oh, I think did we just have one? So now I know what you mean. Awesome. Awesome. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to catch anyone falling, which is kind of a shame. Oh well. But the idea is they fall down, and I'll set another row. This is like directly below that fall space. And I'm going to make another one under here. And they'll fall down to their death, and I'll collect all their things. Not really happening right now, which is fine. Yeah, look at that. Oh, this is going to be such a beautiful library, guys. This is going to be this just massive, beautiful library. I'm really stoked for this, actually. I'm really stoked. Let's see. Very cool, very cool. So let's just pop that down. Do I have another? Oh, there we go. That's enough. Because we're probably going to keep needing dark oak in all likelihood. So let's elevate this stuff up a bit higher. Probably going to sleep in a minute here. Yeah, what do you guys think so far of the shape? Like, are we going big enough? Are we doing enough here? Is this going to be enough size for a really cool library? I think it will be. I think it'll do the job. I think I gotta go to sleep. Yep. These are totally not gonna break on their own. I think I need a better way up here too that doesn't involve that. See, Yuka says I'm also more capable to live on my own than my brother. That's cool. That's very cool. He's 18, acts like he's 5 years old. Yeah, I can imagine why that can be rough as a sibling. Like I say, both of my kids are to a degree on that spectrum, and you know, Alex in particular, you can see a lot of violence and difficulty because it's hard for him. You know, it's not that he wants to be that way. It's just he's wired differently. It's tough to not be. So I can definitely feel you, and I certainly wish you the best. I certainly hope that goes as well as you can hope for it to go, because it can be a struggle for all involved, for sure. Okie dokie. Ding ding. Kuhlman says the monorail looked cool though, going through the library walls. That would be kind of cool if we kept it going through the library. I mean, I guess we could. I mean, I was originally thinking, oh, I'll just, oh, that's not quite correct. I was originally thinking, oh yeah, we'll just move the monorail so it goes around it. But we could kind of like just build the library around that, like around the rail, and have like it be like an opening. That'd be kind of actually cool. I'm not opposed to this idea, actually. That could be kind of neat. Okay, so I don't normally like to do this, but I kind of want to pop into spectator mode just to look around this place, just to see kind of how it looks in general. Again, I try not to do too much of going out of survival, but once in a while, just for visual look, it can be more. You can get a much better look of, much more feel of the thing. And let's take a look here. Oh, look at that. This is going to look awesome. You see this? Yeah, that is going to be absolutely mega. Oh, Fairy Slash says, a noisy monorail going through a library? I don't know. Yeah, that's a good point. That is a good point. I don't know if that will quite be appropriate to the library patrons. Cool. All right, yeah. So I think now, I don't know if I'm going to bother with, I have these bigger poles here on the corners. I don't really know if that's going to be necessary on these parts. I think I'm just going to make the rest of the square. It's going to be kind of a square, but I'm going to be doing enough visual interest stuff, enough depth and variance that I think it's still going to look really cool. Even if it's a little bit of a square. Even if I'm a square, I can be a cool square. Yeah, and this is not obviously super tall. I'll make it taller later, but I just wanted to kind of all be relative. Although I think over there it's actually going to be a bit taller. I probably should elevate, because I know I had to elevate over there by 1 block, and I think that's what's going to have to happen here. But I'll do that a little later. And let's boing, 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 boing. Alrighty. Yeah, this is really cool. And I gotta try to bring this all the way over to there. And yeah, we're gonna be going right through this. I'm gonna have to move the monorail. I could see it work. Maybe I could, like, I don't know, build something to make it work nice. Honestly, that whole monorail could really use a nice visual update, you know? Because it is kind of cool if new people join the server, that monorail takes them out to the spawn chunks. So that's a great way to get out into the rest of the action from there. AU40BO8 says, "Don't you live in a library IRL?" I mean, that would be pretty awesome if I actually did. Not quite a library, but we do have a lot of books. So, yeah, I'm cool with that. Yeah. If I had a library like this in real life. Actually, honestly, the local library, just like the plain old local library in Beloit, is actually really nice. It's a nice library. I go there often. Quill says, "It's going to be kind of a square. Enix? Ho ho. That'd be fun." Squeenix. It's going to be a Squeenix building. Inside, we're going to have all the Final Fantasies, the Kingdom Hearts, all that stuff. It's going to be a very Kingdom Hearts building, a very Final Fantasy building. It's going to be the Final Fantasy, not the first or middle fantasy, but it's going to be the Final Fantasy. Commander 16, okay, just here to say hi. Wish me luck. We have violin solos tomorrow. Good luck, Commander 16. Hope that goes really well for you. Hope that goes really well for you. Still got a good ways to go. This is going to look so mega. This is going to look so mega. I'm so happy. I'm really, like, just pleased working on this. And it's going to have, like, different, like, heights. Like, there's going to be elevated floor areas. And it's going to be really cool. I'm really stoked to be working on this one. I think this is going to be amazing. One of my best builds yet, I think, is going to be worked on here. I think this is going to be, I mean, it's not done even close to, but I feel like this is going to be awesome looking. This is going to be the future of Edison builds. All right. Let's pop things down. Boing, boing, boing. Now we're about to bump into... Gonna have to do this, I guess, huh? About to bump into the, this. That's gonna be a little bit of a problem. Just a little bit of a problem here. Let's see what we can do. Let's see. Shakana says, they don't know what the word final means. You keep using that word. I don't think you know what it means. I think, true story, I think when they originally made the first Final Fantasy, it was actually going to be the last game that Square made. I think that was the whole idea behind it was going to be their last hurrah, and it just did so good that it kind of saved them. So I think that was the reason why they called it Final Fantasy, was it was going to be their last game, and well, all these years later, it didn't quite work out that way, huh? Good thing, too. Quilman says, it doesn't look mega, just Z-powered. I mean, I guess I can live with that. That's that's pretty cool with me. I can live with a Z-powered library. Gotta have that Z-power. Yeah, we'll do this. And then I'll have to figure out how I wanna adjust things. This is nice and simple over here. We don't have to raise the elevation at all. It's just boop, boop. Now it's going to be a little bit more. That's okay, though. And I'm going to go through later and detail this and replace a lot of this cobble with mossy cobble. I think that's going to be a really nice touch. And just add all kinds of things. I'm by no means even close to done with the detail. There's going to be a lot of detail in this thing, which is really exciting to me. Really exciting. Oh, I'm gonna... Where'd I go? I fell! If you're talking about Final Fantasy, what is your favorite in the series? Says Yuki. I honestly have not played enough Final Fantasy. Like, I've only played a handful of them. I enjoyed Final Fantasy X. I enjoyed Final Fantasy IX, although I've never actually beat it. I get, like, a certain ways into it. Every time I've tried to play it, I get a certain ways, and then I just kind of stop. So I like Final Fantasy IX and Final Fantasy X. I played some Final Fantasy VII. Again, not a lot. I don't really do a lot of Final Fantasies, honestly. Let's see. Banana Games U2 or HYT says, hey, I'm new. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the channel. Glad to have you here. Okay. This is going to just kind of... We're just going to kind of build it like this for the moment. And I'll figure out how I want to address that situation of the monorail later. Deal with it at some point. See what we can do here. Okay. Almost set, though. This is pretty cool. I want to kind of get it so I can line these up. I hope that they line up nicely. Otherwise, I might have to redo a wall, and that would be annoying if they don't, like, match up nice. You guys know what I'm talking about? Like, if it doesn't, I don't know. If it ends on the wrong kind, oh, you just gonna make it difficult on me, huh? See, Yuki says, my favorite Final Fantasy is 7 and 9. Yeah, those both seem like good ones. I really liked 9. Like, I want to play that again sometime. Sometime I really want to play it and actually beat it. I did beat FF10, and I enjoyed it. I know some people really not fans of FF10. Thought the plot was too convoluted and crazy, but I mean they're not wrong either. But it is pretty crazy, convoluted plot. But I kind of go for that. All right, this did not quite go perfectly, but I feel like that will be passable. Maybe not great, but I think this will work. Having it kind of at a corner like that, right? Right, that works. Yeah, that works. It's not the same, and that is kind of tragic. All right. Guys, we have the basic shape of this place. Look at this. This is all the space I have to work with, and it's going to be built up higher. As you can see from that arch, that's just going to, it's going to be taller than that, and it's going to be quite a bit taller because we're going to have quite a bit of elevation. So this is happening, guys, and it is starting to look really good. It's starting to look really good. Oh, man, I am actually pretty stoked here. Skeletons are already spawning. That's unfortunate. Let's see. Shakana says, I picked up the Tales of franchise after 7, so I didn't have time for Final Fantasy anymore. Ain't nobody got time for Final Fantasy. Yeah, I have not played any Tales games. And I've heard that's a real big oversight on my part, because they're amazing, is what I've heard. It's what I've heard. Well, folks, I think I'm going to shoot down that skeleton over there. I think I'm going to be wrapping this up pretty soon here. Like I say, I feel like this is a pretty good... Yeah. Burn. Are you still there? Yeah, he's probably gone. I feel like this is as good a spot as any to wrap it up. Finally, someone blamed Ed. Nice. Yeah, let's again pop in. I know again I'm just getting in all the spectator mode action, but I want to see this. This looks awesome. I think that's a great space. As you can see, it's noticeably larger than any of the other builds in Seaside so far. I think it's going to look absolutely mega or Z-powered. Shakana says, I totally vote to keep the monorail there. That looks dope. Yeah, I mean, I totally could. I mean, I don't know. It'd have to be decorated a bit differently for inside there. But, I mean, I could make it work. I don't know. Let me know if you're watching this live. Let me know. Or if you're watching the archive of this, leave some comments. Because I'm really curious. I might leave the monorail there. It could look cool. I might move around a little bit, but in general, still have it run through the library. That could be really cool. So, yeah. Sendream blamed me. Oh, you blamed me! Quillen says, just put bookcases and an arch around the monorail. Keep it blocked off from the patrons. That's a good idea. Yeah, have it like a tunnel that goes through there. That would be kind of cool. Or maybe like a glass tunnel, so like while you're riding on the monorail, you can see the library. You know, you see this, because the library is going to look grand, is the aim I'm going for here. I want it to look grand, and being able to ride the rail through it might actually look really cool. So we'll give it some thought. But for now, I'm going to be wrapping this up, because I got a few other things to be working on. So anyways, thank you all so much for joining me. As always, it is a blast. And yeah, that's all I got. Tomorrow morning, I'll be streaming Skyrim, and I should try and get my Pokemon episode. Should come up tomorrow too. Hopefully, I kind of fell behind on that. Trying to get back into the groove here. So I will see, hopefully, a lot of you for Skyrim in the morning tomorrow. And until then, catch you later, everybody.